guidance. It kind of tells you how to, strategize your preparation. So it's better to take coaching. If at all you cannot afford, there are a lot of online sources. Online means ज़्यादा sources है, but I would suggest you to take coaching. Yes, and please post your questions. I can answer your questions. Yes. What is the main focus area of CSAT paper? CSAT is broadly just two things, right? One is the math side with logical reasoning and all that, and the second part is the comprehension. And so primarily I would suggest there are two categories of people. A category who are good in math and another category of people who are good in English, right? So if you're good at math and you're not good at English, I would suggest you to take up the side of maths, because the probability of getting the questions right in maths or logical reasoning is more compared to English, क्योंकि English is a bit subjective. हमको नहीं पता है आंसर करने के समय में ये right or wrong, but when you take up a math question, तो हम what do you say? You can predict whether it's right or wrong. So strategize as to whether you're strong in math or whether you're strong in English. And if you're taking up math, I would suggest you, there are 40 days more, so I would suggest you to take important topics. Generally UPSC kind of repeats a lot of topics, say from trains and distances, pipes of systems, then averages, percentage, ऐसा topics every year it gets repeated, right? So take up those kind of topics and keep solving every day. That is one approach when you come to dealing with math. And when it comes to comprehensions, you can take a lot of institute question papers, and you can take selected question papers, and then you can try to solve the comprehension part. So solving question papers is the key. And like UPSC में 2 घंटे है ना, to solve the question. So set the time like that. You solve your papers by yourself. Time set करने के बाद है ना, खुद से solve करना पड़ेगा उस time limit, within that time limit. So that is important when it comes to CSAT. So what best books, ma'am, GK, reasoning and maths? For reasoning and other things, I generally referred R.S. Agarwal. So that was the only book I referred. I did not refer any other thing. For maths, I'm saying logical reasoning or anything. So R.S. Agarwal is one good book. And so generally a lot of people ask me in DMs or something about how many एक दिन में कितना घंटा पढ़ना लगेगा ऐसा. Actually there's nothing fixed like that you have to read only this many hours in a day. It purely depends on how you plan your schedule. But what I used to do in my preparation time is that I used to read the entire day without, excluding the sleeping time. Other times I used to completely read, and uske beech mein I used to take breaks. So if you're able to read for 8 hours, it's good. If you're able to read for 10 hours, it's good. But you should be able to kind of take a break and then get back. Ma'am, 11th 12th साइंस करके हम UPSC देख सकते हैं. I can't understand your question, तो और एक बार पोस्ट कर सकता है. And please ask your questions. So when it comes to this preliminary, and I think UPSC has become very dynamic. Earlier you can use the option of elimination technique and then you can somehow arrive at the answers. But abhi questions are put up differently also. So the chances of using elimination technique has also come down relatively. So the key is to practice a lot, solve a lot of questions, and that you shouldn't read it. ऐसा नहीं है, but yes, definitely it's better to give equal preference to everything. So somebody is asking me, after graduation we can take yes 11th 12th में you can take science also, you can take commerce also, you can take anything. There is nothing like that. You just need a graduation. That is the primary criteria for appearing in UPSC. Graduation complete करने के बाद UPSC की study कैसे करें, start कैसे करें? First take up the syllabus of UPSC, and I would, as I initially said, I would suggest you take up coaching, because self-study is good as long as you're not able to afford. But generally syllabus देखने के बाद है ना, it's better to go for coaching. और अभी online में भी ज़्यादा sources है, उसमें भी refer कर सकता है. So yeah. 11th 12th में you can take science also, you can take commerce also, you can take anything. There is nothing like that. You just need a graduation. That is the primary criteria for appearing in UPSC. Graduation complete करने के बाद UPSC की study कैसे करें, start कैसे करें? Is NCERT important for basic, ma'am? Yes, NCERT is important. There are, for example, it depends on different people. I have not read NCERT for all the subjects. I have read for geography, I have read for Indian geography and for physiography. So NCERT is important, but I have not read for all the subjects. I would suggest you to take it up for geography. And see, generally, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in my Instagram DM also. I do answer. Instagram ID is Sindhukavi MR AIR-504. So generally what happens is I might not be able to take up all the questions, or sometimes whatever you send me in my DMs, I'm not able to see the entire answers. I cannot see it, but then and there I can clear all the doubts. So you can always ask me there in my Insta profile. Then मैम करंट अफेयर्स के पार्ट अलग अलग लिखे क्या? अलग अलग लिखे क्या मतलब करंट अफेयर्स देयर आर लॉट ऑफ मंथली मैगजीन्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूट्स है ना, सो वो भी हम पढ़ सकता है. पढ़ने के समय इट्स बेटर टू टेक नोट्स, क्योंकि वो रिविजन पे ही हो जाता है. Can you speak me any channel name in start UPSC? So you want me to suggest any channel name for UPSC? I cannot suggest one name on such. If you go to YouTube and see, the thing is, if you just type randomly in YouTube, it gives you a lot of suggestions. Just put if you want to read about fundamental rights, you just go to YouTube, and if you put fundamental rights space UPSC, you will get a lot of topics. So you can read from it. I cannot suggest any one source, because one polity will be good in one page, history will be good in one page. So we have to filter it by ourselves. Yes. What else? Any questions, please? Okay, so what are the main things that you can, what to do after 10 for UPSC? Ma'am, newspaper kaun sa hi rahega? See, I used to read Hindu. Many people prefer Indian Express, so I used to read Hindu. That was the constant newspaper that I used to read. And Hindu maybe, I think you have to be careful in reading, because there are a lot of stuffs and you don't have to read everything. For example, if there is a thing about defection, you don't have to read which party is defecting, who is doing and all that. डिफेक्शन में कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनली कैसा रिलेट कर सकता है, सो यूपीएससी की पर्सपेक्टिव में क्या इम्पोर्टेंट है वो देखना पड़ेगा. यू डोंट हैव टू रीड एवरीथिंग. मतलब फैक्ट्स ज़्यादा related to the thing only you have to read. Like if you take anti-defection, you have to read which schedule it is, 10 schedule, and which articles come into picture. All those things, not the person, name of the person who has undergone defection and all that. Can you speak me in study for UPSC any channel name? See, there are a lot of things. I cannot suggest one channel. That is what I am saying. Generally, YouTube में ज़्यादा channel है, regional languages भी है. So, if you are asking about any current affairs or something, I used to read Insights, I used to read Vision and all that. So, it's like that. Best book for geography NCERT only. Indian geography, and also for things like geomorphology, climatology, oceanography. I would suggest you to read NCERT. And Go Chin Leong, there's a book called Go Chin Leong for geography. In that also you can take for selected things. पढ़ाई तो करती, लेकिन 1 घंटे के फ़ोन चेक करते हैं मैम. प्रॉब्लम यही है, समझ सकता है, फिर वो सब हमारे कंट्रोल में है ना. सो यू ओनली हैव टू कंट्रोल योर यूसेज ऑफ मोबाइल. यस, ऑप्शनल में केमिस्ट्री ले सकता है. यस, आई थिंक यू कैन टेक इट. इट्स जस्ट दैट यू नीड अ लॉट ऑफ गाइडेंस. मटेरियल्स उतना आसान में नहीं मिल सकता है, वो है प्रॉब्लम. बट अदरवाइज आई थिंक यू कैन टेक, दैट्स नॉट एन इशू. मैं in the end you cannot see Lakshmikant entirely. You have to make notes, and revision has to be made from your notes which you take from Lakshmikant. Yes. और हम CSAT की तैयारी कैसे करते हैं? I already told, split CSAT into 2 parts, maths and English. And math के लिए IRS अग्रवाल रेफर कीजिए. तो एक चैप्टर में you just take it, and every chapter, as I said, prepare for every chapter. Take a lot of questions, take previous year's question. So when it comes to CSAT, segregate into math and English. For math, refer IRS Agarwal and also old question papers, so as to understand kaisa UPSC is asking question. And English maybe you have to solve a lot of questions. Yes. And How to start preparation? That's a very open-ended question. How to start preparation? It would be better if you ask specific questions. But if you're asking me how to start preparation, take up the syllabus and read the syllabus first of all. Then एक subject, understand it. Then make a book list of what to read. For example, polity is Lakshmikant, and if you want to know about the specific books, क्या books per you have to read for every individual subject, you can DM me in Instagram. I can send you the book list. I generally send for people who DM me in Instagram. So I.A.S Sindhukavi MR AIR-504. You can DM me in that. Okay, Sindhukavi MR AIR-504. So I can send you the general book list, not the entire thing, but overall thing. And then हम प्लीज़ बताइए सीए का नोट्स कैसा बनाएगा, मतलब करंट अफेयर्स, या यू हैव टू रीड द पेपर एंड पेपर से आप you have to take the notes. Other than that, taking notes from paper, the thing is, first of all, you have to understand that when you take notes, you cannot write the entire paper in another A4 sheet. वो मुश्किल हो जाएगा रिविजन के समय में. And so I would suggest take today's newspaper, make some short notes, and for editorial refer some YouTube videos. Like lots of online things are there, Vision or Insights or Rav's I.A.S. Lot of people are there who do put lots of editorial. So from that you can make notes. And otherwise, if you are not able to make notes every day, then there is consolidated material in different websites, so you can refer that also, monthly or PT365, whatever it is. Yes. NCERT बुक्स कहाँ पे परचेज करें? NCERT बुक्स कहाँ पे परचेज करें? There will be lot of local shops, like in Chennai there used to be a lot of shops in T Nagar. So I'm from Chennai, so I used to go to T Nagar, and there's a book house called the Zisho Book House and all that. So in that perspective, if you're in Delhi, I think every place will be having. So, and if you're not able to get the books also, there are a lot of online materials available. PDF भी आप download कर सकता है ना, so websites में भी, so you can take it from that NCERT. Namaste. Yes, how? Yes, please ask me. मैम एक दिन में कितने घंटे, आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड देयर इज नथिंग स्टैंडर्ड, like इतना घंटा है हम खत्म करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. कितने घंटे पढ़ सकते हो आप, उतने घंटे पढ़िए, you can study. And the thing is, take breaks in between. If you are able to study for 8 hours, it is good. 10 hours also it is good. 24 hours you cannot read, so 8 hours is good. You can take breaks in between, you can read like that. But I wouldn't suggest that you have to read this many hours only. If you're able to study for more than 8 hours also, it is good. By maybe chemistry लेना चाहता हूँ मैम, एक दिन में कितना घंटे पर? ओके मैम का ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट, मेरा ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट सोशियोलॉजी है. For ethics paper, how to study ma'am? Okay, ethics paper, the key is to take the syllabus and take the keywords from the syllabus and make notes for every keyword. For example, if there's honesty, go search for the definition of honesty. पहले honesty का definition note down it, और उसके बाद lots of examples will be there. honesty के लिए हम रामायण और महाभारत और in तिरुकुरल और in any other epic, lot of examples will be there. एक character, for example, different characters will exhibit different values, right? So you can quote lot of examples like that, or you can take any leaders also who kind of portrayed a particular value. And हमारी everyday routine life में भी ज़्यादा examples है. If you take any paper like Logical Indian or something, उसमें भी lot of examples है. हम देख रहे हैं ना, तो एक दिन में if you see, there was an auto driver and somebody left 10 lakhs in the auto, and the auto driver went back and gave it back again. ऐसा real life examples भी है, ये भी honesty का example है. So you can quote these kind of examples. First is definition, then historical examples or epics from, example from epics, और then हमारी routine life में भी examples है ना, उस तरह के examples में हम quote कर सकता है. And comprehension book, R.S. Agarwal I have seen for maths, but I'm not sure about English. Just see if R.S. Agarwal is available for English and comprehension book. Otherwise, I would suggest you to go there are a lot of papers available in the internet of many test series of many institutes. You can take that and you can solve those questions. NCERT में कौन books पढ़ी है? I told you geography, you can take Indian geography and physical environment, those two things. History also ज़्यादा लोग पढ़ते हैं, but I have not read history NCERT. Yes. And so it is better to make your own notes. मैम अभी 11th में हूँ, अभी मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? अभी आप 11th फिनिश कीजिए और ग्रेजुएशन भी अच्छी तरह को फिनिश कीजिए एंड 11th 12th ख़त्म होने के बाद आप ग्रेजुएशन चूज़ करने के समय केयरफुली चूज़ कीजिए क्योंकि यूपीएससी में ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट है. सो आपको किस लक्ष्मीकांत इज नॉट सफिशिएंट फॉर मेंस एग्जाम, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इफ़ यू वांट टू गो डीपर then you can refer books like D.D. Basu or something, but they are quite deep. So I studied only Lakshmikant for polity. मैंने सिर्फ Lakshmikant है पढ़ाया. So I would suggest that it is fine, but if you want to go very deep, you can always go like D.D. Basu or something. But I have read only Lakshmikant. What things should we keep in mind before entering the preliminary exam? This is a very nice question. Bureaucracy achiever, okay. So prelims actually, what do you keep in mind? You have to be very conscious of the time. Because what happens is that generally, I will tell you what are the mistakes that I did during my preliminary examination. I used to do. What happens is initially different quotes है ना question paper में. So थोड़े लोगों को पहला the initial part of the question paper will be easy. So what happens? Sometimes it might be tough. So we spend a lot of time for the initial questions and we don't see the questions in the end. So give equal distribution of time for the entire paper. Okay, so if there are 100 questions and you have to solve that in 2 hours, then 25, 25, 25, 25, you will have to do the first reading in almost 1 hour, the second reading in the next hour, and thereafter the next one. So, and you should not get tensed. If you're not able to get the answer for one question, go to the next question. Don't get stuck in one question when it comes to prelims. That's where we go wrong. हमको ये question नहीं समझाएगा तो we spend a lot of time on it and we don't read the rest of the question. So tension मत लो. It's very easy to say I know, but that is the most important thing. Don't get tensed. Be very conscious of the time, and yeah, that is the most important thing. No, you can't do diploma and give UPSC. You should have a grad. Ma'am, please NCERT पढ़ूँ या ना? Yes, you have to read. Yes. Ma'am, YouTube सा NCERT हो गया ना? अच्छा से 12. Yes, there are a lot of YouTube videos you can see. Okay, so please ask me specific questions. I'm just scrolling through the questions. Okay. रेलवे में जॉब करना है, कंप्लीट होने के बाद यूपीएससी का तैयारी करना है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं. It's not that only after completing graduation you have to do. Graduation के समय भी आप कर सकता है. मैंने फाइनल ईयर से कर रही हूँ. So yes, I took 11th and 12th in my, science in my 11th and 12th standard. यूपीएससी इस जॉब के साथ भी कर सकता है, बट थोड़ा मुश्किल है क्योंकि हमको टाइम नहीं मिलेगा ना. बट इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है. व्हेन आई क्लियर्ड यूपीएससी आई वाज वर्किंग इन स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, सो जॉब के साथ भी कर सकता है. एंड लक्ष्मीकांत में हो जाएगा. सब एनसीईआरटी को पढ़ना ज़रूरी है. I have read NCERT only for geography, so if you are able to find time, आपको time है, NCERT भी पढ़ेगी. You can read. Yes, I'm just scrolling through the question. If at all I'm not able to answer your questions here, please send me your DMs in my Instagram profile, Sindhukavi MR AIR-504. Okay. So sometimes I may not be able to take up all your questions here because I'm not able to scroll everything actually. UPP की तैयारी करनी हो तो कौन से Yes. अभी प्रीलिम्स की पर्सपेक्टिव में पूछिए. आई विल टेल यू दी which is best book for beginners. बुक लिस्ट पॉलिटी के लिए लक्ष्मीकांत, ज्योग्राफी के लिए एनसीईआरटी, हिस्ट्री के लिए. हाँ, आपका स्टडी रूम दिखाना प्लीज. आपका स्टडी रूम, मेरा स्टडी रूम. मैं अभी घर में नहीं हूँ, मैं चेन्नई से प्रिपेयर किया, अभी मैं घर में नहीं हूँ। सो यू कांट सी माई स्टडी रूम। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है तो दूसरा लोगों को और टॉपर को स्टडी रूम देके आप मोटिवेशन मिल सकता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। आपके पास छोटा रूम है उसमें भी आप स्टडी कर सकते हैं, बड़ा रूम है उसमें भी स्टडी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है दैट स्टडी रूम में कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। यस और any other questions? And if you see Goal IAS page also, there are a lot of motivation things, no? So you can see that also. Lot of things are motivation posts are there where they post about different officers. You get to I mean you get a lot of motivation. So मैम बुक बताइए, बुक आपके पोस्ट कौन डालता? आप खुद। मेरी पेज में मैं पोस्ट करती हूँ, मेरी इंस्टाग्राम पेज में सिंधुकवी MR AIR-504, उसमें सिर्फ मैं हैंडल कर रही हूँ, उसका पोस्ट सिर्फ मैं पोस्ट करती हूँ, कुछ एडमिन नहीं है। इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स यू कैन आस्क मी देयर। हाउ डू यू व्यू द सिविल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन UPSC? हाउ वाज? यस, वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन। सो आई हैव रिटन लॉट्स ऑफ एग्जामिनेशंस। मैंने SSC भी लिखा, बैंक एग्जाम्स, इसके पहले मैंने बैंक में काम किया, और RBI का एग्ज़ाम्स में भी मैंने दिया, नाबार्ड की एग्ज़ाम्स दिया, SSC का दिया। सो सब कुछ GS है उसका बेस। सो इफ़ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर UPSC इट इज़ वेरी ईजी फॉर यू टू प्रिपेयर फॉर एनी अदर एग्जामिनेशन। दो आई हैव अपीयर्ड फॉर ऑल दिस एग्जामिनेशन, मेरा बेस प्रिपरेशन UPSC का है। सो उसकी हेल्प से मैं बाकी सब एग्ज़ाम्स दे दिया। सो आई हैड नॉट मेड एनी सेपरेट प्रिपरेशन फॉर अदर थिंग्स। UPSC की प्रिपरेशन ज़्यादा हेल्प किया मुझे।